The year was 2002. Cartoon Network was in its prime, the mischievous sea lion was on a detective's quest, and if you mentioned the Bermuda Triangle, you got images of a terrifying volcano and an alien expedition instead of planes disappearing over the North Atlantic. Yes, I'm talking about SeaWorld on the Gold Coast.
SeaWorld, a world of family fun, clowns and rides, all kinds of shops. The fun and action never stops at SeaWorld.
Do you ever feel like theme parks have lost that nostalgic past that allows escapism from your normal life? In this series, I take a walk down memory lane to look back on some of my most nostalgic theme park memories. What I miss, and not always, but why they might have lost their spark. If you like movies, theme parks, and nostalgia, welcome. You've come to the right place. Make sure to leave a like to let me know I've hit a spark, and smash that subscribe button like you'd smash down a fat burrito. How I'm gonna break this down is by reminiscing with you about some specific rides, what they brought, and why I love them, with a few fun side stories along the way. And I couldn't do this video without firstly talking about the Bermuda Triangle. What a terrifying ride. I've always loved rides with a story, and this one packs a punch. Picture this. You're a researcher who's been sent on an expedition to research the mysterious volcanoes that have emerged within the Bermuda Triangle. This ride closed in 2010, over a decade ago, which now that I say that out loud makes me wonder where the time goes and remind me we're all barreling towards a dismal abyss of death. Once in, it's a nice ride. You get to go inside a volcano until suddenly, boom, aliens and human test tubes. It gets hella weird. Turns out, the Bermuda Triangle is home to aliens creating futuristic technology and experimenting on people. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, they're also somehow involved with the ancient pyramids. Now, you've got to remember, when the ride closed, I was 14, so keep that in mind when I tell this story. In the last part of the ride, you've seen the aliens, you've seen the humans in test tubes, and now the aliens are controlling your boat. They disappear into their ship, and the volcano starts to flood. You're in a boat, in a room, with no exit in sight. So, as a veteran of the ride, I thought it would be fun to pretend that this wasn't meant to happen. I would begin to scream at the top of my lungs, saying, "Let me out, let me out. I've done this ride before and it's not meant to flood. We are going to drown." Whilst my younger sister would freak out beside me, actually believing it, as well as some unsuspecting tourists in the back. And then, at the very last minute, a side door would open, flames would fill the room, and we would get launched down the volcano as the ride would finish, and we would get a nice photo of the memories and the experience. There's probably someone out there with a commemorative photo of the fear in their eyes and me laughing my ass off. Memories. Some other highlights of the park at the time included Cartoon Network Beach, a kids-themed land where you could meet Dexter, Tom and Jerry, the Powerpuff Girls, and Johnny Bravo, just to name a few. They had the Corkscrew, a looped roller coaster, and the Vikings Revenge log flume ride. And unlike Disney when they're trying to keep the outside world a mystery, on this ride, when you hit the top before the drop, you get to see the whole of the Gold Coast and the ocean. In the park, you'd also get to see dolphins, penguins, and the Sea Lion Detective Show. This show made me want a sea lion, just gonna say it. How I'd probably have it is I'd have a moat running through my house, and he'd come chill and we'd watch movies together, and I'd feed him little bits of fish. Ah, the mind of a child, right? The show was called Quest for the Golden Seal, and would show a human who's paired up with a sea lion as a pair of detectives trying to find the Golden Seal, I think. This show stopped in like 2007, so yeah. But they keep updating the show, and there's a sea lion still there in all of their shows. I don't know if it's the same sea lion, because how long do sea lions live for? Lastly, Pirates in 3D. But, bear with me, it was actually in 4D. I don't know why they'd call it Pirates in 3D. This was an awesome show about escaping from a pirate's booby traps, and at the end I remember the captain spitting water at the screen. And you'd get covered in water, which was so much fun, and now that I say this out loud, I realize that we were just getting covered in spit of the pirate. So that's weird, right? SeaWorld is still a lot of fun to visit, and has very much leaned into the thrill rides over the years. Cartoon Network is now Nickelodeon Land, which I did a video about, so check it out somewhere up here. Growing up near the Gold Coast, I have a lot of nostalgia for SeaWorld in the early 2000s. So, what is your thoughts? Do you remember any of this? What are you nostalgic about? And what videos do you want to see next? Comment down below and let me know. Make sure to subscribe to be the first to get this content, and leave a like to let me know if I'm on the right track. You can check out more videos here, and I'll have my WandaVision breakdown coming out Friday. Thanks for watching, and stay quippy.